you, I would be very happy. If it helps somebody else going through this also. Um, so here we go. I went to the hospital. It was a nice autumn sunny day, and I went to the hospital to get a mammogram like I usually do. But that particular day didn't go like I'd planned. I'm usually in and out. That day, they did the mammograms. Then she did 2 more on my left breast. And then a little bit later, she said, we got to do an ultrasound on your left breast. So, got that done, and the doctor walked in and looked at me, and he said, those 3 dreaded words, you have cancer. I didn't think in a million years I would have cancer. Nobody in my family had cancer. Where did it come from? I don't know. I do not know, but it doesn't matter. I had to deal with it. So, anyway, it's just sometimes it's hard to talk about it. You know, there is so much of cancer in this world, and there's so much around us that I don't know. I mean, they have found a lot of cures, but you know, not for all the cancers. So hopefully they can someday. I was at the hospital by myself that day, and I just kind of went numb, and I drove home and don't remember driving home, but you know, I did, I guess. So then I had to go to meet the surgeon, and she was she was over an hour from where we lived north. So I drove up to my daughter's, and she went with me. She took me there. I was so glad she did, because a lot of freeways, and I don't really like to drive on freeways anymore. But the surgeon lady was very nice, and it makes you feel better when you feel comfortable, you know, with the person that's going to do your surgery. We got my surgery scheduled and where it was going to be done at, so we got that done, and it was hard. When I you know, then the Christmas Day came, and that was a hard day to get through, but I did, and I tried to seem happy and all that. But the next day was going to be my surgery, so we went home, and then we got up early the next day and went to the hospital where the surgery was going to be. And they started prepping me for surgery. My husband and my daughter was there, and they did the surgery, and I remember waking up blurry. I remember being blurry, not waking up. Saw my husband and my daughter. Then, when the surgeon came in, I didn't see my daughter. But anyway, the surgeon said she she's got the cancer, and she took some lymph nodes to check on them. And so they I just went home and I slept all day. You know, they give you drugs and all that to help you sleep. So I slept all day after that surgery. And my daughter told me later that when she saw me come out of surgery and looked at me, she said she'd never seen me like that before, and she got sick and went to the bathroom, the restroom. So so anyway, then I went and did my treatments at the same hospital where the surgery was. It was about a 45-minute drive every day for weeks. It seemed like a year, but it wasn't a year, but it seemed like it. So the last day of radiation, I got to ring the bell. I went home and thought, I hope I don't ever have to go back there again, but you never know. So I just when I go get my mammograms every year now, I'm very quietly nervous until I get the results. You know, it seems like it takes forever, but you know, I'm always nervous till I get them. The last few have been good. I did have to take a pill for, I think I can't remember now, but it was 2 or 3 years to keep the cancer from coming back. But you know, I just need to tell you this, that mammograms can save your life. Mammograms, it helped me. That's how they found my cancer, was in a mammogram. So, you know, if you don't get mammograms, I wish you could and did. It doesn't really hurt. You just get it done and leave. It's no big deal, but they can really help you. You know, if I hadn't have had my mammogram when I did, and maybe didn't go for a few years, it could have spread in through my body. It could have taken me to level 4 before I even realized something was wrong. So mammograms are a good thing. But you know, to me now it's very important to get a mammogram. But moving on here, it was 5 years later, and our phone rang, and we learned that our son-in-law has terminal cancer. And it's been a year. He's doing good. He kind of had something to follow because his father had cancer, and he did a lot before he passed. So I think that's what he's trying to do. You know, it came into his life unexpectedly, and he's like 43 years old, and he's too young but he has terminal cancer. It was in the brain. They, cut him from ear to ear and took out the mass that was on his brain. But he's still working. Sometimes he works from home. His workplace has been very nice to him through this. That's good. I know a bunch of their friends got together and celebrated a year milestone about a month ago, because it was a year. So they have a lot of friends that are behind them and encouraging, and his closest relative to him is his brother. His mother lives out of town, and his sister, out of state, and his sister lives out of state. So he does have his brother there. His brother has done a lot for him since he found this out, and I know he appreciates that. But he has been through so much already. But I know one of our daughter's friends said that her mother, when she was young, she was married and her husband went through that. So if our daughter needed to talk to her, that would be good. But they have a daughter in college. She's a junior. They have a daughter that's in the 7th grade and a son that's in the 3rd grade. So the 2 younger ones don't know. The older one knows. She had a really hard time when she found out, but time has moved on, and so the one thing that now I realize is, I don't get so nervous when I get a mammogram and wait for the results, because I realize there's a lot of people worse off than me, and if I get cancer again, I'll deal with it. That's just how it is. You can't not deal with it. So, but I don't know. I just, the unexpected gift for me of cancer was, it made me, relook my life over, and what I really appreciate in life and who I appreciate in life now. And, you just have to feel blessed every day when you get to wake up to another day, and live another day and get up and live it. You got to be blessed for that. So I appreciate you listening, and thank you. Thank you for listening.